What's going on, YouTube? It's James with Shyhammer Fantasy Battle Reports, and I'm on the road with my brother right now. We are going to pick up his son, actually. But I wanted to get you guys round 5 of Blood in the Sun. I already did round 1 through 4, and if you guys caught on to what was going on, round 1 I got my ass kicked pretty bad. Round 2 I did a pretty good job recovering some points. Round 3 I got my ass kicked pretty bad. Round 4 I did a good job of recovering some points. All in all, though, every game, every round that I've gone through, I'm getting these secondary objectives, which are actually pretty decent in points. So I have a good chance to that I'm still in the running for best ONG list. So this game, I'm actually going head-to-head against another guy who's like right on my neck with the ONG points. So this is Nathaniel. I forgot Nathaniel's last name. It's like Robinson or something like that. I think it's, I don't know. It's just Nathaniel. That's all I'm going to call him. In the background, you can kind of see other people that are playing this. Those are the top 3 tables. So we're on like table 4 or 5. So we know we're up there. We just got to kind of hold our ground. So for my list, you can see it on the video that I posted up earlier this last week, what I brought for the game. And then for my magic, I ended up getting Itchy Nuisance, or not Itchy Nuisance, Gift of the Mother Spider. I ended up getting, oh man, I can't even see what that is. It's Bashing Fist, the Big Stomp, and Get 'em Lads. Now I think I also took the Magic Missile. Oh yeah, I definitely took the Magic Missile. I couldn't find the card though, so I had to like scramble around for the card. And basically, I think it was just, it wasn't standard battle line. I think it was both flank attack. That's what it was. So I go ahead and I line up like this. Now for my opponent, I'm going to show you his army really quick. On the left, those 2 trees, those are Mangler Squigs, or Gnasher Wrecking Teams. On the left, those Pax Dogs, those are actually just Wolf Chariots. And then that giant block, that's a unit, it's like a horde of like 40 Cave Goblins with Madgets and Shortbows. As you can see, I think that's his BSB right there. If it's not his BSB, it's just like some random banner. But, yeah, there's the Wolf Chariots. Over here, this is his giant block. This is his Death Star. This is his Feral Orc Ed Bashers with his General and his BSB and his Shaman in this unit. That's a big block of point denial, but I see just naked bodies of green in there that are about to get shot the hell up. He does have a unit of Spider Riders here, right here, and one's a dog that thinks he's a spider, and he has that cluster of orcs is an orc chariots. Over on the left, you can see over here he has 2 giants, and he has 2 splatterers. He has 1 snotling pump wagon, or whatever it's called nowadays, and then that giant, that goblin that's on like a giant sandworm, that's going to be a goblin riding a giant Gnasher. So that guy has the plates of Tuck Tech, which is giving him 1 more toughness and impact hits, so that's all going to add up. And then I think that's about it. So he picked that side, and I believe, did I drop first? I want to say I dropped first. Yeah, I did drop first. Alright, so it's going to go with turn 1 ONG. My ONG, not his. Alright, so as you can see, I really didn't, I try not to move up too much. I want to keep my chaff to be able to chaff his frenzied block. Now you see the telephone booth in the middle. The telephone booth in the middle is a watchtower scenario. We basically both want to get to the watchtower, but the problem here is that building sets on fire. So once it sets on fire, it starts to burn whoever's inside. But the thing is, the longer you stay inside the building, the more points you add up for secondary objectives and stuff like that. So it's double-edged sword. You want to take it for the extra objective points, but you don't want to get in there because you're going to start burning once you have a bad dice roll. So I didn't really move too much. I moved Coop over to the left. I moved the Wolf Riders behind the hill so that way they're not really targeted and they can just kind of jump ahead when I need the chaff. And then I kind of keep Dread and the A-Rock out of the line of sight of the splatterers for now. I have my Orcs in the middle kind of staring off at his giant block of feral Orcs, and I have my Cave Trolls kind of protecting, ready to charge either way. I have no idea where the hell I put my Boar Boys. They're there somewhere. I think I see them in the middle. And then the right, I ended up you can't see it in this picture, but I ended up putting my crossborks in late. But not only that, I put them in the wrong angle because I wasn't thinking that telephone booth was a building. So it's like two buildings right in the middle that are like almost connected to each other. So like the whole right side is really kind of out of play. There's a couple things that are going on that side, but I put my crossborks on that side, and it was kind of a waste. I should have just honestly just put them right as close to the building as possible. Anyways, magic phase. I got 7 power dice, and I go ahead and I do the big evil eye. Now he knows I have the big stomp, so he's like, I'll go ahead and let the evil eye off. We're gonna see what happens. And I just aim it at his feral orcs, and bam, kill off 3. And I'm just like, I'm just trying to pepper spray. You have no idea. I'm looking at that big block like that's a shit ton of points in that big block. So then I go and I do 4 dice onto the big stomp, and he stops that one. So we're going to go to the web launcher, and I'm hoping to get the web launcher in there and kill a bunch more, and no, it misfires, and I take a wound. Son of a bitch. Alright, over here, the freaking rock lobber freaking misfires and can't shoot for a turn. What the hell? And the other rock lobber just misses wildly off target, and this is kind of how it looks. So, it was really uneventful, that turn 1. That really sucks. It's going to start off his turn 1, ONG. So, he goes ahead and he moves up his feral orcs. He moves up, he just kind of moves up his whole left side. Now the left side kind of bothers me because it's a bunch of impact hits and fast cav or not fast cav, but fast chariots and these giant stubborn monsters. So that left side's kind of intimidating to me. I will kind of wish my crossworks were on that side to pick at the giants. Magic face for him. He got 6 power dice. He goes ahead and he throws a Curse of the Wildwood onto my unit, and I'm just like, okay. I don't plan on moving them or charging anytime soon anyways. So then he goes into the first splatterer. The first splatterer goes aiming for my war machine. It drifts up, hits my orcs, and ends up killing 3 orcs, which isn't really bad for that war machine. And then he ends up aiming at it with his other one, and he ends up killing off the one that was broken. Over here, he has the spider riders popping up. They're going to go ahead and start shooting at my squig hoppers to kill off 1 squig hopper. And that's it for his ONG turn 1. It's going to go into my Shyhammer turn 2. Shyhammer turn 2. So I start moving up again. And I'm starting to do my classic bowl move where I'm like, let the middle cave in and the guys come around the flanks. I move my A-Rock back because my A-Rock's going to continue trying to shoot. And I'm trying to stay out of range of all his impact hit stuff on the left, which is going to be an issue really soon. I made this mistake where I just keep rearranging my crossworks, and again, I should have just ranked them up and just walked in that building. That's all I should have done, but whatever. Magic phase, I got 8 power dice. I go for it again, big evil eye, and he's just like, okay, I'll let it go through, and bam, kill off 4 more orcs. He's just like, you're just picking at my orcs. I was like, I have to. I don't want to fight 40. I'd rather fight 4. So I go ahead and I throw all my dice onto the Bigfoot and the big stop, and he stops it. I go ahead and this guy can't shoot. Or no, he misfires again! What the hell, man? Stupid A-Rock with his fucking misfires. This guy goes ahead and he misses. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was aiming for his splatterer. It drifts off because it's indirect line of sight and ends up hitting his giant and doing 4 wounds onto his giant, which is just great for me. The crossbow starts shooting at the freaking spider riders, only kill off 1. I figure I have to protect my other war machine from his fast cav coming in. It's going to start off his turn too. So he does the smart thing to do because he realizes I'm picking and I'm trying to get the template on top of his feral orcs. He walks into the building, so that way I cannot template attack his feral orcs. But the building might start on fire. So magic phase, he got 8 power dice. Goes ahead and throws up swarm of insects onto my chaff, kills off 1 of my wolf riders. Then he shoots his rock lobber at my rock lobber over here, and it blows it up. God, I wish my rock lobbers were as accurate as his. God damn, I couldn't kill his at all. And every time he hits, it's like multi wounds, gets 3 every time. I could barely get 1 if I wanted to. But that's all he had. There's nobody in combat. It's going to start off turn 3, Orcs and Goblins. So I charge Koopa in. Koopa goes into the Snotling Pump Wagon just because I know what that Snotling Pump Wagon could do if it charges into me. So I was like, my whole idea here was have Koopa charge in. I give him corner to corner. If he overruns, he's going to overrun into that Wolf Rider chariot. and hopefully continue going that way. Really didn't think it out as bad as much as I thought it would work though. I charged the Squig Hoppers into his boar chariot over here, and I moved my A-Rock out to the side. I moved Dread up. I moved Dread in using those two buildings as a cover, more or less. He really can't come out with his savages in charge, so Dread could just walk up right there, and he's still out of line of sight from his war machines, and I could just kind of take a flank or take whatever if I need to. So around this time, I'm moving up my boar boys, I'm moving up my trolls. Around this time, I realized where my mistake was. I really had my bigger guys that could take on the stuff on the left, in the middle, and the right. So I was like, son of a bitch, it was just poor placement by me. But anyways, let's move on. Magic phase, I got 8 power dice. I go ahead and I throw up a big evil eye again, and he's like, no, I gotta stop that spell. You keep picking off my orcs. And I was like, damn it, he caught on. So then I go ahead and actually, I think I got it off. I did get it off. I got it off. I ended up killing off 4 of his feral orcs. And then I go ahead into shooting phase with these guys. These guys finally didn't move. They're sitting down. They're looking at their target, and they just take out the freaking spider riders. And over here, Koopa got wounded by 1 fucking snotling. 1. You know, it's like strength 3, weapon skill 2. Alright? Weapon skill 2. And he hits me, he wounds me, and I have a 1-up armor, and I'm like, 1. I was like, son of a bitch, let me do the 4-up regen. 1. Son of a fucking motherfucker, man. Alright. Koopa only does 2 wounds back, and I think it crumbles to death, but I'm just going to stick there. I think I tried to overrun, but it was just a piss poor overrun. Over here, these impact hits alone did like 3 damage, and then the Squig Hoppers are going faster than the Orcs, and the Squig Hoppers just destroy the Orc chariot, and it's going to go ahead and start off his turn. ONG turn 3. ONG turn 3. He's charging his wolf chariot into Koopa. Koopa's like, fuck it, bring it. He charges the other wolf rider chariot into Koopa. Koopa's like, fuck it, bring it. Then he's charging his fucking dude over there on his Nasher into Koopa, and Koopa's like, fuck it, bring it. So everybody gets in. This is just going to be fucking nasty. His 2 giants are kind of just coming around the mountain over here. And then Magic Face, he got 8 power dice. He goes ahead and he throws up Swarm of Insects onto Dread. I don't think it mattered. I don't think it hit me, or if it did hit me, it didn't do shit. Goes ahead and he throws up Sneaky Slicing onto his goblins over here. Didn't click in my head that he's going to go ahead and use it for armor piercing on my boar boys, but whatever. Then he goes in and does Beast Within, and I stop that spell. This Rock Lobber shoots at Dread. It ends up... I think that's exactly what... I think he was aiming at Dread. It missed. Then he goes in and he shoots with his freaking guys. Oh, no, he doesn't shoot. He releases the Fanatic. The Fanatic goes right into my Wolf Riders, kills off 3 Wolf Riders. That single Wolf Rider doesn't panic. It stays there. He was just like, I did not expect that. That sucks. So, yeah. What is all those dice for? I forgot. Anyways, Koopa got hit with fucking 2d6 strength 5 impact hits, and then another d3 plus 1 impact hits from the Nasher and his plates of Tuck Tech, and Koopa saved, out of like 8 wounds, Koopa saved 6. He died because of that fucking Nobbler wound from the turn before. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I was like, son of a bitch, man. Oh, this is not going well. This is not going well at all. The phone booth starts on fire on this turn, starts burning up his savages, and ends up killing off like 8 guys. He's just like, ah! Not only that, it's on fire, so you reroll to wound in buildings when you're on fire. So that is just, it's just torching up his fucking orcs. I'm not saying anything. I'm just like, okay, he's gonna kill a good chunk of them. Let's go into my turn, turn 4, Orcs and Goblins. So despite the A-Rock's like, I gotta help out. I'm gonna charge into his Wolf Chariot here. His Wolf Chariot obviously ran into my Trolls. I had a change of heart, and I was like, you know what? I gotta kill that little dude right there, man. That little dude's fucking with me. I don't care if the Giants come. I could probably use all my attacks onto the Giant before it attacks and kill it. So let's just go ahead and hit this guy right here. So I go ahead and I charge in. I think I charged Dread into the Wolf Chariot is what it was. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I just moved closer. I think I just moved closer to get a good leadership bubble. But Magic Phase, I got 9 power dice. I go ahead and I throw up the Evil Eye, and he's just like, no, you got to stop throwing oil in the fire in the building, man. I could see my Goblin right there just throwing gasoline on this building that's on fire, and fucking he's just like, die, die. And he's like, I gotta stop this spell, man. You've been getting this spell off every turn. I was like, son of a bitch, he got on. So I go ahead and I throw up, I think, shit, I forgot I can't even read what that spell is. It's kind of blurry. But then I go ahead and I throw up, here we go, or get him, lads, and he dispelled it. He uses his dispel scroll. Close combat over here. A-Rock only did 2 wounds. This son of a bitch is like tough 5 or tough 6, and he just got lucky and lived, and that really sucks. He got only 2 wounds off. I only need 1 more. That really sucked. He goes ahead and attacks back. I don't think he does any wounds to the A-Rock though, but it's gonna stick me in a bad spot. Over here, Trolls just decide, you know what? The impact hits did 1 wound onto my Trolls. My Trolls go and they did 2 wounds onto the Chariot. He is going to lose combat, but he fucking sticks. And I move my Trolls facing him, so that way I can't really get a charge in the next turn. It's going to start off his turn 4. Now, right around now, we're actually running low on time, so the game gets kind of fast, and there's less and less pitchers around this time. So he charges in the Healthy Giant. He charges in the Chariot into my A-Rock. Now, I know for a fact the A-Rock could have killed off his freaking Nasher guy, or his Chariot, or the Giant. But right now she has to fight all 3. And she already has 3 wounds on her, so this could get pretty nasty pretty fast. So he's charging into that Giant in. The Fanatic ends up coming back around, killing off my last Wolf Rider. And this is kind of how it looks right now. It's just, ugh. I moved my Boar Boys up. I honestly was contemplating charging the Boar Boys into his Cave Goblins, because his leadership isn't close enough. His leadership bubble with his reroll is over in the building. If I hit him with the Boar Boys, he's only going to be like leadership 5 or 6 with fucking Cave Goblins. And it's easy. If I just got a charge, I got a banner, I could do a couple wounds, he'll have a hard time wounding me. But the problem here is, if he does stick, I'm SOL. And I'm giving him up a big unit, 192 point unit. So I was like, maybe I'm just going to move the Boar Boys around his Cave Goblins to maybe get to the War Machine instead. Because really I wanted the Boar Boys to hit the Feral Orcs, but to turn off their magic items, but it doesn't matter because they're hiding in the building. Magic Phase, he got 6 power dice. He goes ahead and throws up the Beast Within onto his Feral Orcs to try to mitigate how much are getting burned inside that building, and I dispel it. I use my Dispel Scroll. I was like, you're gonna burn, motherfucker. My Goblin Shaman is so fucking evil. Alright, so then he goes ahead and he throws up, fix it up onto my Boar Boys, which is a smart play. He goes ahead, or I dispel that one anyways though. He goes ahead and does his Rock Lobber onto my General. I had to use my Lucky Shield now. And then he goes ahead and he starts shooting all these shots, 40 shots into my Boar Boys. He ends up killing 1 Boar Boy. Over here, Impact Hits ends up doing 2 more wounds onto the A-Rock. The A-Rock does all her attacks onto the Giant and only does 2 poisons. The Giant goes and he does the Giant Smash. It makes me lose a turn with my A-Rock and automatically takes a wound. And then his Nasher guy and everything else go ahead and start attacking. They end up killing my Spider. Guys, we're on the road. And there goes an ambulance. My brother's smirking because he saw it. Oh man, that's hilarious. Anyways, they end up killing my A-Rock, and this is like a demoralizing point in the game. I'm just like, oh man, I am really not doing enough damage on the left side. I don't know what I was doing. I was like, I should have backed up Koopa. I should have had Koopa, the Trolls, the A-Rock, and Dread just take the left side and leave the middle to the Orcs and the Boar Boys. But it's going to go ahead and start off turn 5. I'm like, well, fuck it. The Boar Boys can't charge his guy because he's just out of line of sight. Because if I could have charged that guy, I'm turning off his plate to tuck tick, I'm turning off his pants protection, I'm turning off everything with the boar boys, but he is a sliver away and I cannot see him. That fucking sucks. But I end up charging the trolls into his wolf chariot. I end up charging Dread into his giant, and we're just gonna play like that. The building continues to burn. We keep on racking up more and more bodies. This time it kills off like 9 guys, and his orcs are just getting depleted. So yeah, I'm charging all these guys in. I end up moving my squig hoppers way out here. I'm hoping to probably just, I know it's close enough. I know I could have just took the hit and auto killed his Nasher team, his Nasher wrecking team, but I was hoping to just, this lady almost hit you. I was hoping to get to the squig hoppers to the war machine to get me to net me points. So hopefully he could hit like a tree, he could take DTs and it multiplies, kill the team, his team off. Maybe he could just roll a low number, not get to them. Whatever. So the trolls hit the chariot. Dread hits the giant. No, actually the trolls hit. I think that guy's still alive, isn't he? Yeah, the fucking one guy, the whatchamacallit guy, the Goblin hero. Now, I hit the Goblin hero because I had the choice of hitting the chariot or the Goblin hero, but I'm like, look, it's late in the game. I have to make a point. The Goblin hero has 1 wound left. If I kill him, he's a good chunk of points over that 60-point chariot. So I was like, and then I could threaten that other giant to get some more points. Right now, I move my orcs into the building. Right now, I'm moving my orcs closer to the burning building, because he's getting to a point where he doesn't have enough bodies left to fight me back if my orcs keep an onslaught onto that building and he's burning inside the building. So I'm hoping that I just get close enough where I won't fail a charge at all, and that's my plan, because once I could take out his giant block in the middle, I could win this whole game, right? Magic phase, I don't even know what the fuck that is. It looks like maybe a 5. Oh, there, I got a better picture. It's a 5 and a 1. 6 dice. I go ahead and I throw up the evil eye, and he stops it. And I forgot what else I threw up. But again, like I said, it's late in the game, and I'm just trying to hurry through the photos. Over here, the trolls go, and I don't know why he only put 1 extra wound on there, but whatever. The trolls end up finishing off the job. He fails to wound the trolls. Trolls overrun, and they don't get close enough to the giant. God damn it. Dread goes, and Dread wipes out the giant, turns around facing the chariot, and this is just getting kind of bloody on this side. Look at this. Dread and the trolls just cleaned out the left side like they needed to. There's only 1 giant left. The boar boys are coming around. His guys are still in the building. This is looking good for me now. It's his turn 5. He moves his mangler into my my Nasher Dashers, kills them all off. Magic phase, he ends up getting the beast within, and I try to stop it, but he gets it off. And basically, this is about it. But he goes ahead and he still takes the damage from the fire. And even with the extra toughness up, the fucking fire burns like 9 more savages. He only has like 4 more savages left. I am not kidding. He has 4 more savages left. He killed his shaman entirely. His shaman just died from fire damage. Alright? And he has his BSB and his general, and I think his general even took a wound. And he's just like, you gotta be kidding me. This fucking fire is ridiculous. And he only has a couple bodies left. But before turn 6, before I could clean out the giant, before I could clean out the guys in the building, before I could shoot the mangler squig with my crossbows, before my trolls could kill that chariot, before my boar boys could kill his freaking other splatterer, we timed out. Son of a bitch, man! I mean, you guys see it! He has nobody left in the building, and I have free reign to kill everybody now. He doesn't have any protection. I'm about to go. I have full squads ready to go. And we ran out of time. They're like, dice down! Ah, man! So, adding up the points. He killed my A-Rock. He killed both my War Machines. He killed my Nasher Dashers. He killed a bunch of other shit, right? He killed Koopa, right? All I killed is a giant, some Goblin King, some chariots, a Snotling Pump Wagon, and he's like, you only got this many points, which is like maybe like a 13-7 victory for him. And I was like, dude, technically I got more than half points on your Savage Orc horde. And he's like, shit, yeah, you're right, because there's only 4 guys left. So he does up the points on that, and that pushes me to a 10-10 tie. It's a fucking tie. 10-10. He did get a couple more objective points because he stayed in the building. But, yeah, that was, oh man, give me turn 6. Oh, I wish I had turn 6. Not only that, but like at the end of the tournament, like this is round 5, people are putting in their scores late, and like we could have played turn 6. We could have. But yeah, he didn't want to, and I was not going to argue it. But even though I knew I had him right there, I had him. Anyways, I really wish I should have put those, like hindsight, I should have put those crossborks in the building as soon as possible and just keep giving them poison shots and just shoot anything I could. That would have just been disgusting. My brother's agreeing with me. But I didn't. And I should have put Dread on the left side cleaning up these monsters and the chariots and all that. So, because, I mean, Koopa could have took 1 or 2 of them. He couldn't take 3 or 4. The A-Rock could have took 1 or 2 of them. She couldn't take 3 or 4. That's all that happened, is he outnumbered me pretty bad. Ah, man. Anyways, guys. So, I got some bonus photos here before I give you the results of the tournament. These bonus photos here are just basically some of the armies that were on display. This is actually Greg Dowsey's Orc and Goblin army. This is another Orc and Goblin army that was in contention for first place, but he was facing against Ian, and Ian crushed him. And Greg ended up getting pushed down on points a bit because of that. So thank you, Ian. But this is, look at this banner. He used it right off the 9th Age forums. That's just a straight up Orc and Goblin Bad Moon and the Orc Sun thing face. I don't know what the hell that is. I think it's pretty good. Really good artwork by Greg. And that's his level 4 Shaman there. And then Greg popped out this guy right here. I've been dying to do this myself, but he made a Wolf Rider Bannerman, and check that out. It's like straight up like Game of Thrones, House Stark. He even told me, he's like, yeah, it was kind of my inspiration was the Dire Wolf sigil. But yeah, it looks great. I love it. It's an excellent freehand job on those banners. Over here, this is this is Andrew Retman's ONG army, and this is his wyvern here, and I just love this wyvern. This wyvern is unique. It looks different. It's pretty awesome. And then he has this is his army right here in his display. As you can see, he had last year at Blood in the Sun. I remember this army specifically. He had a very the Lore of Undeath themed army. So he had all the goblins that were zombies. He had his Mangler Squigs with those triple skull things with like goblins riding it. So he had a very interesting army last year. This year, this is how it looks. And then right here, that's actually my army. And on the left, that guy who's kind of half in focus, that's Aaron from the Cool Guys Nation. Over here, this is Dennis Gunya's Warriors of the Nurgle Gods, or no, Warriors of the Steampunk Gods. That's what we should call it. Warriors of the Pinball Gods. Anyways, so this is his Warriors army. This is like every time he shows up, he's pretty much in contention for the best painted army. It's a pretty awesome display. It's a pretty awesome army. And then as you can see right here, he added this unit. This is an old unit from an older army that he had of Lust Warriors. This is an awesome unit. I gotta admit, this is like, I looked in close, and this unit's really well painted. They have like little slave chicks in there and a guy in a gimp costume, and it's a pretty awesome army. Over here he has his new. I'm assuming this is a what are those called? The cannons. Whatever, the Hellfire, not Hellfire, what are they called? The monster cannons. I don't remember. You guys know what I'm talking about. Anyways, over here, this is Jesse Silva's Ogre Cons, and as you can see, he has that elephant over there. I'm gonna close-up. I have a better close-up picture here of his fucking elephant of doom. This shit's fucking awesome. He has fucking lead belchers chilling up top shooting. That's actually just a frost mammoth, but goddamn, that's an awesome frost mammoth. And then I got some more pictures over here. Now, some of these armies here, these were actually, like, I think from the Age of Sigmar groups, but they were in the best display room, so I mean, besides the circle bases, some of them you can't tell if they were Age of Sigmar or not, so I took pictures of them anyways, because they were in the best paint room, and I was just like, these are awesome. But, yeah, check these guys out. This guy has a corn army. Over here... I can't even make it out right now because it's kind of far. It looks like a undead army. Jake Hatton? I don't know. Jake. Over here, this army, I thought this was one of the best painted armies, period. Just that, how they use that tower on the left and then this giant dragon on the right. I know it's an Age of Sigmar model, but holy shit, that dragon is cool as hell. So is that guy, like, floating with those wings. That's pretty badass. And this is by Andrea Schwant. I probably just butchered her name. I probably just butchered everybody's name, but fuck it. Alright, and then here's another OgreCon army, and this is actually, I think this was... I don't know who the hell this was. Wreckfist Club by Greg. I can't even... Marcote. Yeah, I think this was still Age of Sigmar. Jeremy, I mean, this is the army I fought in the first round with his sloop army. It says Flight of the Phoenix, but it's Flight of the Sloop Lords. Sloop dog. Anyways, so his army I thought was actually looked really cool. I like that they had green fire phoenixes because the you know, it's just different. That's pretty much all I gotta say. It's pretty different. And then this is Nathaniel, the guy. There's his last name. I was way off. But yeah, this is the army I just faced in this video. He was in the best paint as well. And I think there's one more here. This Chaos army with his double demons. But look at these I guess they're trolls, but these trolls have like some iron heads on them. That's pretty fucking cool. And then yeah, this is kind of, I like that orb in the middle. It's a little soft for me. I think if it was shinier, it would just like pop more. But overall, it still looks pretty badass. It has like again, a different feel to it, and that giant corn symbol in the middle is just awesome. Or wrath symbol. So that was basically it, guys. As for my MVP for this game, I'm giving it to Baxter. That little bastard, that little goblin bastard, started nuking all his freaking feral orcs, and not only that, but he was literally, like I said, in this game, he was just throwing more wood into the fire. He was just like, ah ha ha, and he's like, oh, I gotta make my guys tougher so I don't die as much. And I was like, no, Dispel Scroll. So that little goblin is definitely my MVP. I think this is the second tournament that he's been the MVP on Game 5. That's pretty funny, actually. As for points, let me pull up the page if I can find my mouse. In all honesty, guys, I'm in the car right now, and there's like a big glare on my screen, so I can't really see much. But, I hope this works. It does work. So, Warboss Dread on this round only got 90 points. That really sucks. Give me another turn, he would have got another 135 off of that giant. But it didn't happen, guys, which really is a shame. Dread overall in the tournament took a grand total of 1,944 points, which is just huge. I think that would put him on top, maybe. We'll find out in a second. Next up is Koopa, and for Koopa's points, he took 80 in this round. He took a grand total of 610. So that's decent. I think it kind of averages around his worth and cost. But overall, it was kind of mediocre. And I'll put little places by them when I finish editing this video, so you can figure out who got the first place, who got last, kind of a deal, for their point value at least. Next up is Kieran the Coyote, and Kieran the Coyote got only 239 points, which isn't bad. I mean, it was mostly in that one game where he freaking stomped the Warriors. Now, Baxter this game got 132 points and grand total of 293 points. So that's actually better. The Goblin Shaman did more damage than the Orc Shaman. The Orc Shaman had an extra spell. That shows you something. Alright, the Crossborks. The Crossborks ended up taking only 65 points this round, took 337 total. Not really worth their weight in gold, but, you know, they still do what they do. The Orc Court took nothing. They were about to take, like, a good 600 points if they fucking charged in. But no, I was denied! So they only got 656 points at the end of the tournament. I don't think that they did bad. They only died like maybe 1 or 2 games, and they were kind of just more of a point denial unit. I know a lot of people are like, you got to use them more, but man, I've seen them get punked so many times. I think it's better as intimidation and just kind of like as a centerpiece where they just don't want to go up because they don't want to get hit by them. The Trolls only took 140 points this round. They took only 575 points for the whole tournament. That's not that great. But again, they're more of a defensive unit. But this tournament I really didn't get high point values because I kind of got my ass kicked on a lot of games. Next up is the Boar Boys, and the Boar Boys are probably my lowest point score for what they've done. They got 0 points this round, and they got a grand total of 308. And I kind of expected them not to get high in the points, but I was hoping to turn off Death Stars with that ability, with the banner. Didn't even happen. You know why it didn't happen? Because nobody had Death Stars. Oh, man. The Squig Hoppers got 85 points this round, got a total of 161. And then the Rock Lobbers. The Rock Lobbers are definitely number 3 on the list. The Rock Lobber got 90 points this round and a grand total of 975. That's insane. They actually, I think they did pretty well overall. And they got, I gotta look back, but I think they outperformed the Doom Divers. But the Doom Divers in the previous tournaments I went to, they were still version 0.11, version 11. So they were able to get 5s and 6s on the hits instead of just max of 4s. The A-Rock got 125 points, and the A-Rock, again, I think for the 3rd tournament in a row, took the MVP spot with 2,500, almost 2,600 points for the whole tournament. Holy shit, A-Rock, you sexy son of a bitch, you. Wow. Alright, so that's the tournament results. Overall, it looks like A-Rock is in 1st place, Dread is in 2nd place, the Rock Lobbers are in 3rd, and then following up in 4th is the Orc Horde, 5th is Koopa, 6th is the Trolls, and then 7th would probably be the Boar Boys. Baxter's technically should be 7th because his point cost is less than the Boar Boys. 8th is Kieran, then the Boar Boys 9th, Squig Hoppers 10th, and the Wolf Riders are always garbage because the Wolf Riders never do a damn thing. They're just chaff. Anyways, guys, so that's about it. So, sorry for the long video. It's the end of the tournament. I have to explain all this shit. So, they're going ahead and giving out awards. I was putting away my display in my brother's car. Come back up, and they're giving out awards. And the first overall went to Dennis Gunya. So Dennis Gunya got overall best everything, best general, best sportsman, best his points total gave him the 1st place. Best general went to Sean Troy with America. So if you guys caught my Adepticon game against America, Sean Troy took 2nd place, best general. So then it goes into best paint, and guys, I took best paint. I'm gonna just show you my plaque. Bam! There you go. Ah, man, I just threw it up. My brother's making fun of me because he was like, dude, you know you went to every tournament you went to this year, you came back with something. And I was like, yeah. I don't care what I get, as long as I come home with something, as long as I don't come home empty-handed. Now, for best Orc and Goblin general, they gave it to Greg. Now, when you look at the war score, I beat Greg. I would have had it, but I won the best painted army. So, Greg got the best Orc and Goblin General. Best Ogre Con went to Bill Robertson. And if I would have fucking beat Bill, it would have went to my brother. Ah! Son of a bitch, I robbed my brother. That stupid flank. Anyways, guys. And then there was Best Warriors. The Dark Odds actually went to Quentin, the kid I played in round 4. And I know somebody said, why do I keep calling him a kid? Because he's a kid, man. I don't know. Maybe it's because he's part goat. I don't know. Anyways, guys. That's it. That's all I got. I'm going to get off the mic now because I talk to my brother in this car ride. Alright, guys. I hope you guys enjoy this. We got a Dice Dojo tournament coming up this weekend. Tomorrow, actually. And then I have 3 games that I played last weekend against Dan Red and Judson. And then, so I got a tournament coming up this weekend. And then next weekend is actually Buckeye Battles. And that's just going to be fucking insane. So hopefully I could get you guys all 6 of these videos up before Buckeyes, so that way I'm on par with what's going on with Buckeyes. We'll see how that goes. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this. Hit like, hit subscribe, share it with your friends. Tell them this guy is freaking nuts and he makes these great videos. Or tell him this guy is nuts and he makes the shittiest videos and he screams all the time and he annoys me and I can't listen to it because he pierces my ears. Whatever you guys want to tell him. That's what happens. Anyways, guys, I'm still going to Greece. I still need some help. I'm still stuck at the 20% mark. If you guys could help donate any money, that would be greatly appreciated. $1 to $5 to $10 to whatever you can afford. That would be great. I'm going to leave on the description box a link to my GoFundMe page, or also my link to my PayPal if you guys want to help out. And besides that, I always feel like I'm missing something. Every time I feel like I'm missing something. I don't know. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy this. Wait till Buckeye Battles to see. I changed the list based on what my results of this bits went, and you guys will see a different army in the next time, my next video. All right, guys, take care and peace.